I'm up to date with the wilds of Montana. I now just have to get to December for the next one, but I have finished Chasing Wild. This book was very, I don't know, am I ever prepared when I start recording? No, of course not. I think I found it very sweet, but also frustrating at times and emotional. So emotion comes where Jake is involved, and obviously I know who Jake is. I kind of knew his history because of reading Wildest Dreams. Again, emotional in that one, and getting to actually see how that came about and how it was performed and the things he was saying was just very emotional. I sat having dinner, tears streaming down my face. My little boy was like, "Mummy, what's wrong?" I'm like, just my audiobook, it's fine. And my ex was sat there like, "Oh, Jesus, here she goes again." But, you know, I think for me, that's what I love about books. That's what I love about audiobooks, is when they can evoke that sort of a reaction. But going back to Summer and Chase, they're so perfect for one another and how they interact. Chase is he's the guy we all want. He is the protector. He is the I'm gonna give you forehead kisses because I don't want to rush things. He is touch her and die. If he puts his hands on you one more time, he will not be breathing. And I was yes, and I loved how he has just had an argument with his brother because his brother wants to go and beat the crap out of someone, rightly so, and he then goes and beats someone up, and it's like, what? Although I do have kind of mixed feelings about that because, you know, he's in a position of power and there was no sort of reprimand for that behaviour, and I know it's fiction, but there are a lot of people in his sort of line of work that do take advantage of that position. So I would have liked to have seen maybe a suspension or something. Like, we understand why he did it. He almost killed her. But, you know, I just think with, you know, everything. But he's so swoony. Like, their first time, you know, together, and he's wanting her to enjoy herself, and she's like, oh, just do what you need to do, sort of thing. And he's like, what the? Absolutely not. And he sees her shutting down, and he's so patient, and he doesn't rush anything. He isn't like, you have to, or I'm gonna, because I'm the big I am, I'm gonna make you. It's like, what works for you, what doesn't, what is it that's holding you back, what can we work on together? And I just love that. And this man's love language is food, is feeding her. He finds out that she very rarely has time for lunch, so he makes sure she has lunch every day. He provides that, whether he's bringing it himself or is having it sent to her. And sweet. I loved him. And Summer is, you know, she has this flower shop. She's kind of guarded, but still open to things. And she has this amazing friends group, and they decide to form this initiative to help other women in business. And I love that, and I loved seeing that like get set up and how it came about, because seeing it in the other books I thought it was great, but like getting that context, and that is the thing, and I mentioned this before in the review for Wild For You, knowing these things is great, but actually having it in context and experiencing it is so different that I don't feel I missed anything by not doing them in order. In an ideal world, I would have done book 1 first and gone through, but that's not how it happened. Performances, Crais was great. I think, you know, he has a knack when it comes to protective, kind of more alpha-y type roles, and of course there's a suspense thread through this where things are happening, people are breaking into her building and leaving horrid messages and whatnot, and trying to figure out who is doing it and why. The person that I thought did it and yeah, some people cannot be trusted. Stella Hunter was perfect as Summer. I mean, I love Stella in everything she's done, so I'm not surprised by that, but I just think with this, she really showcased the nuances of Summer. She's this strong, independent businesswoman. She's also really vulnerable because of past experiences and because of her family, where she is trying to hold back and be kind of guarded, and so having these friendships, but then other things being like, oh no, I need to. And I think the contrast of that really came through so brilliantly, and I think together their voices really complement one another as well. So it's definitely one to check out, and go give it a listen. And now you can listen to all 4 before the 5th one comes out in December.